Hello everyone and welcome back to another Sims 3 speed build. So today we are finally going to be working on a school lot for the from the ground up series. Went ahead and just called it Shadows Learning Center for the Gifted just because I'm not very creative and that was really all I could come up with. I figured since Shadow is the one creating it, you know, he's probably going to name a lot of these places after himself. So basically what I'm doing is I wanted to have some stairs going to the lot and trying to put a rabbit hole on top of, you know, something to raise it up isn't always necessarily the most easiest thing ever. And I didn't want it to be the same, you know, a height of a full story. So I just wanted it up a little bit. I didn't want to deal with raising the land, lowering the land and all that stuff. So whether or not that would have been easier, maybe not, I don't know. I just decided to go with it this way. It does end up working out. I will struggle a lot here at first trying to figure out what it is I'm doing because I knew what I wanted, but at the same time, how to get it to do what I wanted it to do was a completely different story. When you raise a rabbit hole, it will increase its foundation. As you can see around the building, the foundation got taller the higher up I went. So really, I didn't need to do anything to make it, to change that. I figured just go ahead and leave it go, no big deal. But trying to get this front portion where I wanted it to make sure that the Sims can get into the building was a different story. So that's kind of where I struggled with. And then I decided, you know what? I wanted to have an attached area on the lot as well, kind of like the library to the school. So there's going to be entrances from the outside of the building to go into the library, so the Sims can actually use it as an actual library. I actually did put the lot as a library, so if your Sims want to go to the library to fulfill a wish, they can come here and do that because it is actually, I mean, it's set up as a library inside. So, but it's supposed to be like the library that's attached to the school. So like the kids are in school, maybe they have study hall or something. They want to go to the library for their study hall. I don't know. But that's kind of what I was thinking of it as. So I wanted it to look like it went with the building. But you know, these rabbit holes, they always have textures and windows and things that you can't actually use. So sometimes trying to get it to look like it's supposed to be with the building is not always the easiest. So I tried as hard, you know, the best I could. I think it turned out pretty good. You know, you can tell it's not the same, but you know, it doesn't look too bad. So here I am trying to figure out what I want for this portion of the foundation, and then I go and put stairs on it, and then I no longer, so I spent all this time picking out that just to go and put stairs on it later and not be able to get to it. So here I am going ahead and putting the stairs in. I wanted a little bit of a foundation underneath the stairs, so I'm putting this wall around, which you can do, and it doesn't seem to interfere with the rabbit hole, which I thought it would, but apparently it didn't. The stairs, on the other hand, it does not like being in the way of the rabbit hole. So I had to move it completely out of the way. And I wanted to have railings because this is a really big staircase. So I wanted like a railing, but they're not even. And then after I put this back, you know, the rabbit hole back on, I thought, well, that doesn't look very good like that either. So, yeah, I struggled with it. So trying to figure out what it is I want. I spent so much time just on the stairs alone. This lot actually took me about 2 hours to build, which is why I figured I would just make it its own little speed build. It didn't go quite as quick as I figured. So I didn't figure it'd take quite 2 hours, but it took me over 2 hours. So I think I sped the video up about 8 times, I think, making it about a 16-minute video. So it's not very long, but I know most people don't watch the videos from beginning to end. So, you know, the shorter the video, the better. I went ahead and decided to go with this, that I wanted to have like a parking lot area for the cars and stuff to go to. You know, schools usually have a parking lot, so I figured that would probably work. I was even trying to think what I wanted to put in for like a sport. I know they have soccer. Whoops, sorry about that. I hit the table. In case you heard that, that was me hitting the table. Anyway, I know they have soccer nets or goalies or whatever the heck they are in the game, but I didn't really want soccer. I don't know. I didn't want to. Soccer fields are big for one, and this is on a 60 by 60 lot, and as you can see, I've already used up majority of the lot. So the driveway area already goes from one end, goes all the way to the back, so there's not a whole lot of room. So I was trying to think, what else do I want to do? I do end up putting something in, so I think it turned out pretty good. It's mostly terrain paint. It's not usable. Even though in the description it says, you know, bring your Sims here to play ball, you can't actually play any kind of ball. It's just terrain paint with some benches. That's about it. But, you know, I mean, you could pretend, I guess, that they're going there to play ball. But this is one of the entrances into the little library area. As you can see, again, I mean, the windows, I thought there was windows in the game that had like some kind of stone texture around them. But I couldn't find them. I don't know. Maybe they're not even the windows I was thinking of. I don't know. But I picked them other ones. I thought those were probably close enough anyway. So here's the parking lot. Hopefully, you know, it looks like cars could go in and out of it. That was kind of my goal. I also put inside the library 2 doors to make it look like Sims can go from the school into the building, because that was the whole purpose. I really hope Sims don't actually go through them doors and get stuck inside the, like, rabbit hole, because I don't know if they could get out. I guess we'll have to wait and see and find out. I guess if it's a problem, I may have to delete the doors. I don't know. So hopefully. I'm actually on vacation at the time that this lot is uploaded. At least hopefully YouTube uploaded it. I want it to like be a schedule upload. I've never done a scheduled upload, so I'm hoping this uploads when it's supposed to, because I'm not going to be home. I'm going to be 4 hours away from my home, so I will not be able to, you know, make sure this is uploaded. So hopefully it goes okay. I'm actually going to be gone for about 4 days, so I am trying to get as many videos. Hopefully I get enough recorded. That way I can get at least some out while I'm not around, because I'm not going to be able to record next weekend. Actually, I'm recording the weekend before right now, so hopefully I get enough videos done, because I won't be able to do it, obviously, this weekend. Anyway, as you can see, if you haven't already guessed, it is a baseball or softball field is what I decided, because I figured the way I looked at it is at least you can get the infield in. I guess if you hit the ball really hard, it'll just go in the trees. So, but I wanted something. I wanted it to look like it was a school. You know, schools usually have some kind of sport or something or another that's there, whether it's a football, usually it's football fields and a bunch of baseball diamonds. I mean, that's just kind of what I was hoping. So just a few little benches. They didn't have any really tall fences to protect the guests from getting hit by a ball, but they did have at least that fence. So I thought, you know, at least that works. That's better than nothing, I guess. Just make sure you're paying attention so you don't get hit. So anyway, we're pretty much, I mean, basically all I'm doing now is outlining the underneath of the school with black. I don't know why I did that. I think I just wanted to have an idea of where the school was, maybe, or something. I don't know. I really don't know why I did that, to be honest. I didn't have any purpose. There wasn't actually any rhyme or reason to it. I just did it. I thought I was going to put like a little patio area over here, and then I started putting the benches out, and I thought, well, that's really actually a big area, bigger than I was thinking, and I decided I didn't really want to do that. So I guess there was no little courtyard looking thing in the front. Just going to be a bunch of trees and bushes, just a landscaping. That's pretty much it for the front yard. I mean, I think it helps. I mean, I don't know. I think it looks pretty good. I liked it. This was actually one of the smaller schools that was in for the rabbit holes. I don't know off the top of my head what if this, it probably came from a pack. I don't know what pack. I really couldn't tell you what pack it is. I just know it was one of the smaller ones. I didn't really want one of the big ones, so this is the one I chose. So here's a little library area. There will be a bathroom in there. That way if the Sims are on this lot and they have to go to the bathroom, they don't end up wetting themselves, because you know how stupid Sims are. They won't go home to go to the bathroom. So there is a men's and women's restroom here in the library. That way if they're there studying, you know, they can go to the bathroom and stuff like that. So that's kind of why I put that there. I figured, why not? So I kind of decorated, you know, blue and like a maroonish color. Not really for any particular reason, but I don't know about anybody else, but I play when the walls are down, and sometimes you don't see the doors necessarily to see which one's the boys or the girls, or, you know, when I'm just clicking on the one of the toilets, I want to know, am I clicking on the one of the boys or not? So, I mean, the urinal does help, but I just figured if I have it maybe a little bit color coordinated to help distinguish the difference. So there's little holders for liners. I saw this little thing of towels. I thought that was pretty cool. I don't think I've ever used it before. I knew the soap dispenser was there and the little toilet cover things were there, but you know, I don't know about the paper towels. I don't think I've ever seen that. I think I looked at them but never actually knew what they were. So I mean, when you go and you build lots that you don't normally build, because I normally build residential, I don't do a lot of community lots. Sometimes you don't always know what all the game has. So that's, you know, sometimes I don't know certain things are there, certain objects. So just getting the railing in. This is the upstairs area of the library. I wanted it to kind of look like it was some kind of library. I mean, I don't know, maybe not all libraries look like this, but the libraries that I have in my area, they have these little small, like, aisle hallway things with books, you know, bookshelves and stuff. So that's kind of why I did it this way. I thought maybe that would help. So those are the two doors that are supposed to represent the doors coming from the school that the kids are going, you know, coming from the school in. I really hope they don't cause a problem, because that was the whole point of them being there, was to make it look like it was part of the building, part of the school. So here is going to be like your check-out desk where you can check out your library books, you know, kind of area. So I didn't put a computer or anything there because I didn't really want the Sims just sitting there playing on the computer all the time. There's plenty of other computers, so they don't really need to do that. But I basically just wanted to make it look like it was like a, you know, a checkout counter or whatever, where you can return books and stuff like that. So that was kind of my decision or idea. This area back here is going to be the area where if Sims need to use a computer to do any studies, this is where they're going to be able to go. There's plenty of computers, so hopefully Sims don't have to worry about waiting in line to use a computer. Yeah, Sims are probably going to be, I mean, whenever I do a library or have a library, I've noticed in my own games that they do like to play on the computer. So they're kind of junkies when it comes to computers, if you ask me. But I try to put, hopefully, plenty of little seats around the place for Sims to be able to just sit and read a book. At least that was my intention. And then upstairs, it's going to be this area here is just going to have some desks with chairs around it, so Sims could sit there and do their homework. It's kind of what I was thinking there. That's where they could like have their studies, you know, their books, and be doing homework, studying, and other things like that too. So that's kind of what that area was supposed to be for, I guess. I mean, it's not a very extravagant build. I didn't put a whole lot in it, but I do think the library turned out rather cute. I do like it. So just a little bit more landscaping here, because we're getting pretty close to the end of the video. This is, like I said, it's not a very large video. So yeah, just, you know, some decorating. I wanted to put these lights in the ball field area to make it look like they could do night games, but I thought we had taller lights. I don't know why, but I thought there was taller lights than what I could find. So I ended up not putting any lights there. I do end up finding the air conditioners. Here's me trying to find lights to put for the ball field and didn't find anything tall enough. But anyway, I do end up finding some air conditioners, and I put like a little area in the back of the school. Just, you know, that school has air conditioning. You know, the schools nowadays have those types of things. So that's kind of why I decided to do that. But they're, you know, they're kind of an ugly eyesore. So I kind of put like a little bit of gate there, just try to hide them a little bit. But yet still some space for, you know, if they need to be worked on, you can get back there and work on them and fix them. And I found a few trash cans here that looked like they would be good for the trash for the ball. And then I ended up taking 2 really big lights, or actually 3 of them, and putting them together to make them look like like a parking lot light is what I ended up doing. I wanted to light up the school area, that way it's lit up at night, because, you know, I don't like it when my Sims are somewhere and I can't see them. So plenty of lights, hopefully, for the most part, for you to be able to see your Sims if they happen to be here. That way you can at least find them and socialize and everything else. So like I said, the video is coming to an end. The screenshots are coming up. Hopefully you enjoy this build. Let me know what you thought down below and any other comments or suggestions you would like to give, and I will see you next time. Have a wonderful day. Bye.